You know, we're living through something huge right now, a revolution that is changing, well, pretty much everything about how we live. And it's not some far off future thing, it's happening all around us, right now. So let's break down what this fourth industrial revolution actually is, and more importantly, what it means for you.
To really get a handle on this new world, we need a new word. And that word is on life. It's this idea that the line between your online life and your offline life has just disappeared. Think about it. Between your phone, your watch, your smart speaker, are you ever really offline anymore? We don't go online these days. We just live on life.
This quote from Klaus Schwab, who founded the World Economic Forum, really nails just how big this is. He's saying that the sheer size, speed, and complexity of what's happening is like nothing humanity has ever seen before. So, what makes it so different? Let's dig in. Okay, so to understand why this time is such a big deal, we've got to look back. I mean, we've had other huge industrial revolutions that completely reshaped society. But this fourth one, it's playing by a totally different set of rules. The first revolution, that was all about steam power. The second one brought us electricity and the assembly line. And the third, that was the digital revolution, giving us computers and the internet. But this fourth one, it's all about fusion. It's got technologies blurring the lines between the physical world, the digital world, and yeah, even our own biology. So there are three things that really set this revolution apart. First, the speed, the velocity. Change isn't just happening fast, it's accelerating exponentially. It's not a car speeding up, it's a rocket ship. Second, its sheer scope. It's not just one or two sectors, it's disrupting every single industry in every single country. And finally, the systems impact. This isn't just changing what we do or how we do it, it's fundamentally changing who we are. So, what's the engine driving all this change? Well, you can think of it as three distinct worlds of technology all colliding with each other. And when they hit, they don't just add to each other's power, they multiply it. First up, the physical world. We're talking about tangible stuff you can actually see and touch. Self-driving cars and drones are just the beginning. You've got 3D printing that's completely reinventing how we make things. You've got advanced robots working side by side with people. And then there are these crazy new materials like graphene, which is 200 times stronger than steel. It's wild. Then you have the digital world, which is kind of like the nervous system connecting everything together. The Internet of Things is putting sensors and smarts into everything from our homes to our cities. You've got technologies like blockchain, which is basically a super secure shared digital receipt book that everyone can trust. And of course, platforms like Uber and Airbnb, which are creating massive value just by connecting people to assets, completely flipping the script on ownership. And finally, we have the biological world, and this is where things get really mind-bending. The cost to sequence an entire human genome, it's plummeted from billions of dollars to less than $1,000. We've got technologies like CRISPR that work like a find and replace tool for our DNA, literally giving us the power to edit life itself. We are actually learning how to program biology, which opens up incredible possibilities and some really deep ethical questions. Okay, so all this technology is incredible, no doubt. But what does it actually mean for us, for our jobs, for our lives? How does this revolution actually affect us as people? This right here shows the economic shift in a really stark way. Just look at this. Back in 1990, the top three companies in Detroit were worth about $36 billion and employed over 1 million people. Fast forward just 24 years, and Silicon Valley's top three were worth over $1 trillion, but with almost 10 times fewer employees. We are creating an incredible amount of wealth with just a fraction of the human labor. And that, of course, brings us to the big question that's on everyone's mind. If technology can do more and more with less and less, where does that leave the rest of us? You can see a really clear pattern emerging here. The jobs that are routine and predictable, like telemarketing or preparing taxes, are really vulnerable to being automated. But the jobs that need creativity, complex problem solving, and real human connection, like surgeons, choreographers, or social workers, they're much, much safer. The result is a job market that's kind of getting hollowed out in the middle. So what skills are going to matter the most going forward? The data is pretty clear on this. It's not about being physically strong or memorizing facts anymore. The future belongs to people with skills that are uniquely human. Things like complex problem solving, critical thinking, creativity, and those crucial social skills, emotional intelligence, collaboration. These are the things that machines, at least for now, are really bad at. This split in the job market leads to another massive challenge: inequality. As machines and software replace human labor, the money, the rewards, tend to flow to the people who own the capital, the investors who fund the technology, the innovators who invent the algorithms. And that widens the gap between people who earn a living from their labor and those who earn it from their capital, which puts a huge squeeze on the middle class. But here's the thing, and this is maybe the most important takeaway from all of this. This future isn't set in stone. We are not just passengers watching this revolution happen. We are the ones building it. I love this quote because it's a powerful reminder that we're in the driver's seat. Technology isn't some force of nature that just happens to us. It's an invitation to stop and think about our values, about what's important, and about the kind of world we actually want to live in. We get to decide how to use these incredibly powerful tools. So, ultimately, we're facing a choice. We can either actively work to steer this revolution toward a future that empowers everyone, one that's centered on human dignity and well-being, or we can just let it happen and risk creating a world that's more divided, more unequal, and frankly, more dehumanizing. At the end of the day, this isn't really a story about technology. It's a story about us. As we build this new world, the biggest question isn't what can technology do, but what will we choose to do with it? How will all of us, governments, companies, communities, individuals, work together to make sure this incredible revolution lifts up all of humanity?